Hi guys, thanks for being with me today. Today I want to talk about coincidence. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because the more I dive into consciousness, the more I dive into my own life, myself, my reality, the more and more and more I realize coincidence is not coincidence, right? So I'm going to tell you about a dream that I had, because along with a lot of the other work that I do, in constantly realizing my own journey, in understanding myself, in applying the tools that I help my clients use, dreams are a big part of it. I mean, what a brilliant time for your subconscious to be coming through and that energy to be working through you. And it is a completely inexpensive way for you to understand and look for guidance for what's going on with you. All right. And so last night I didn't actually ask for any particular guidance, but I do journal my dreams. And so I had this funky dream. They always seem so weird at first, right? They never make clear sense. Or I shouldn't say never, most of the time. So I'm going to get rid of this pillow. Anyway, so I had this dream, and there was a man and a woman in the dream, okay? And we're in a house, and I don't know it's supposed to be my house. And there's this big room, and they're there to help me, and they're helping me clean out the clutter, it's obvious. They're there in exchange for room and board. They're going to help me move out some furniture I don't need and make things work in my life. And then we shift focus to this laundry room type garage scenario, and there's this big dog crate in there, and there are all these big spiders hanging down from spider webs, and I need them to help me clean this out. And what I realized is that this garage, which also felt like a laundry room, in my house growing up as a child, our laundry was in the garage, okay? And it had the same feel to it. It was a lot of stuff stored there, unattended, useful things but not well taken care of things, and it had that same feel. So I knew I was working out something that had to do with my past. And in the dream, the man decides that he will not help me any further, that he has to go and follow his own journey, and it's not a part of what I've asked him to do. And in that same dream, the woman is going to help me. And she and I are walking along the beach, and I'm letting her know how disappointed I am that he's not participating. And fast forward, suddenly we're in somebody's backyard, and this is all going to sound weird, hang in there with me. There's this big dog that somebody has, okay? And there's also a little dog in the dream, but this big dog reminds me so much of a dog that I had for 15 years, who was just the most soulful animal you would ever want to meet and ever know. And I've never gotten another dog, because I'm not sure I can ever have that experience again. That's how meaningful this animal was to me. Anyway, her spirit was in my dream, in a bigger version of herself, and this dog walks up to me and he bows his head and he leans right into my chest, right here, and into my stomach area slightly. And you can just feel it just leaning into me and just exchanging love and affection and kindness. And there was this really cool healing feeling about it. Okay. I wake up and I'm thinking, what does this have to do with anything? There's a living room with too much furniture. There's a garage with a dog kennel and spiders and hanging from there. And this dog that's, leaning into my my fourth chakra, really, maybe a little bit my fifth, but I really felt it in the solar plexus. And I was inspired, as I always am, to put the pieces together. So I looked to one of my resources. If any of you have ever had any of the books by Betty Bethard's, she has this great book called The Dream Book. And it is a guide for me that I use almost daily. And I put the pieces together. And I also had to look outside of just the dream. What were some of the other synchronicities that were coming up in my life? I had some realizations around my fourth chakra. I had some realizations about
my early childhood life with my father. And when I think about the garage and the laundry room, that was all a place that my dad heavily influenced in my household growing up. And and I put together what the spiders meant, the water, the duality of having two people, two dogs, two rooms to work out. The number two has meaning. And when I put that all together, I realized that I was moving some energy and moving past something that was really big without boring you with the details of that. And also that the spirit of my dog had come through in this dream, and she was helping me heal that chakra. She was helping me heal this energy center that I know I leave open too widely sometimes, and where I take on a lot of people's stuff and a lot of people's responsibility about who they are. I take very seriously, and it affects me deeply. And here now I've got this image. Every time I start feeling that coming on, or I feel that tension, and I can feel her leaning into me and helping to heal that chakra. And if I hadn't taken the time to dive into that, if I hadn't taken the time to use the symbols, to use the signposts that happen in our life every single day, to understand more, to ask questions, to go deeper, I would not feel the peace that I do. I would not realize my own empowerment and how many tools I have within myself to live the life I want and to feel the way I want. It's more than just the five senses that so many of us use every day. There's more out there, and oftentimes it's unseen. When we talk about consciousness and we talk about intuition, we talk about our dreams. But the tools are there and the guidance is there. So I just wanted to share that with you. If it at all inspires you, get Betty's book. Start paying attention to things that you tell yourself, experiences that you're coming across, what's happening in your dreams. Not all symbols mean the same thing. You know what feels right for you. Use what you know about yourself, what you feel to be true. You have an inner guidance system that is amazing. And I realize that oftentimes we, myself included, need guidance to support that and to make sure we're on the right track. But that's out there too. So thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me share that today. And I hope it inspired some thought, some happiness, or some task where you will start paying attention to your own dreams. All right, take care.